ever felt that? You have these massive dreams, these huge goals you want to accomplish. You can almost taste the success, but when it's time to actually do the work, you put it off. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. You dream about a better life, but when it's time to act, you delay. If you've ever been ambitious but lazy, then this story is for you, and it might just change the way you see your life forever. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by green fields and tall trees, there lived a young man named Amir. Amir was 25 years old. He was strong, healthy, and full of dreams. He loved to sit with his friends and tell them all about his big plans. One day, he would say with confidence, I will be the richest farmer in this entire village. My fields will shine golden with crops. People will come to me for advice, and I will be respected by everyone. Everyone in the village admired his ambition. They saw his potential. But there was just one problem. Amir was lazy. While the other farmers woke up with the sun and went to their fields, Amir would stay in bed. When the village men worked under the hot sun, Amir would sit in the shade, talking about his dreams. He loved to imagine success, but he hated the hard work that was needed to achieve it. One evening, Amir's uncle, an old and wise farmer, came to visit him. The uncle looked at Amir's empty field. The land was rich and fertile, but nothing was growing. It was just dry, cracked soil. He asked, Amir, my son, why is your land empty? You talk about golden crops, but all I see is dry soil. Amir just laughed. Don't worry, uncle, he said with a smile. I will start tomorrow. My field will be the best. Just wait and see. The old man sighed. He had heard this tomorrow many times before, so he decided it was time to teach Amir a lesson. The uncle reached into his pocket and took out 2 small bags. Inside were 2 very different kinds of seeds. He gave them to Amir and said, These are not ordinary seeds. They are magic seeds. The story of 2 seeds, a choice that defines your life, begins now. He held up the first bag. This one is the ambition seed. If you plant it and water it every single day, it will grow into a great tree that gives you fruit, shade, and wealth. Then he held up the second bag. And this one is the laziness seed. If you plant it, it will grow fast all by itself, but it will spread weeds across your entire field and destroy everything else. The future of your field and your life depends on which one you care for. Amir looked at the 2 seeds, one for ambition, one for laziness. He thought, of course I will plant the ambition seed. I want success. But when the morning came, Amir felt tired. He told himself, I'll plant it tomorrow. Days turned into weeks, and Amir completely forgot about the seeds. He went back to his old routine of sleeping, chatting with friends, and just daydreaming about success without doing any of the work. Finally, one afternoon, out of sheer boredom, he went to his field and planted both seeds. Let's see what happens, he told himself. I can always take care of them later. More weeks went by. Then one day, he remembered the seeds and went to the field. He was shocked at what he saw. The laziness seed had grown incredibly fast. Thick, ugly weeds had spread everywhere, choking the land and covering the soil. And the ambition seed? It was a tiny, weak plant, almost dying. It had received no water, no care, and was struggling to survive among the weeds. Amir's dream was turning into a nightmare right before his eyes. Just then, his uncle returned. He saw the field and said, Amir, look at your land. This is your life. Ambition is like a small seed. It needs care, effort, and daily action. Without work, it dies. But laziness grows on its own. It spreads fast and destroys everything in its path. My son, you wanted to be great, but you see, this is how laziness steals your dreams. Amir fell to his knees. Tears filled his eyes as he touched the dying ambition seed. For the first time, he finally understood the truth. Dreams are not enough. Only action keeps them alive. That night, Amir could not sleep. He thought about all the time he had wasted, the empty promises he had made, and the opportunities he had lost. He whispered to himself, "If I don't change now, laziness will own me forever." The very next morning, before the sun even rose, Amir woke up. He went to his field and started pulling out the weeds with his own hands. It was hard work. It hurt his back and his hands bled, but he kept going. He watered the ambition seed and cared for it every single day. Slowly, the seed grew into a strong plant, and over the years, it became a great tree that gave fruits, shade, and wealth. Amir changed too. He was no longer lazy. He became known in the village as the farmer who fought his laziness and won. Amir's story isn't just about farming, it's about life. Every one of us holds two seeds inside. One is ambition, and one is laziness. Ambition only grows if you feed it every day with effort, discipline, and action. Laziness, however, grows all by itself and destroys your dreams. So if you're ambitious but find yourself struggling with laziness, remember Amir's field. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition and pull out the weeds of laziness. Because the longer you wait, the more your dream will die. If you enjoyed this story and learned something valuable, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Talking Evan for more stories that will help you grow. Share it with someone who also has big dreams. Together, we can grow our ambition and live the life we dream of.